have 3 sets of these.
Okay.
So I know, so that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm just showing you. So the oils are all here. And then I got the bigger ones over here.
Okay.
So.
Perfect. That looks beautiful. That's great.
So,
what I like to tell you, Matt, is that I asked Brenda what kind of items you were looking for in your clinic. So I did a research based on those. I have a few of those. So I kind of want to give you names and you tell me which ones you want to work on to begin with. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's fine. We can kind of work with whatever ones.
Okay, so let me just show you. I'm sharing my computer with you right now. So we can start with this one, which will be for like clinical depression. And this is what we're going to be using. So you might want to get those oils out.
Okay, let me hold on real quick. Sorry, it disappeared. Hold on. Let me get back on the screen.
Not a problem.
Can you kind of say the product out loud? Because it is small on my cell phone. It would help if you could just say the names.
Okay, so we're looking for Melissa. That's the first one that we want. And then we're looking for lime.
Okay.
And then we're looking for geranium.
So I'm on Melissa first here. Hold on real quick.
Okay.
I'm learning how to search.
Do you know what I did, Matt? I don't know if I can show you, but I will try. Mine is a little different because I have an older time, but I have mine alphabetized like A through Z. So it makes it a little bit easier for me to find when I'm trying to do mixes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just FYI, since this is something that you want to do, it just makes it a little bit faster and easier, you know, when you have them.
I've done that also, Fadwa. It is, Matt. You always, it's so much easier.
I think I'll do that when I get a minute. I'll alphabetize it. I'm looking for the first one still. Hold on.
So Melissa.
Oh, that's a small bottle. I got it.
Yeah. So Melissa's a small bottle.
And then the third one I'm on now.
Geranium is a big one. And the next one is Romero. I'm trying to find mine. And apparently I don't have mine in this one. So, but I believe Romero is a small one.
Okay, okay, hold on. The one is Romano.
Romero. Sorry, my accent.
It's okay. My wife has one too. So
He's used to it.
Good. I'm glad.
She doesn't like when I tease her though. She gets mad at me.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay,
my kids, sometimes teach me. I'm like, you have been listening to my accent all your life. You cannot tell me you do not understand me.
They only do it when they're mad at you.
They do.
Hold on, sorry, I'm
no, don't worry.
The one, which one was small bottle? It was the
Melissa.
I got that one.
I believe Romero is also small. I have I'll tell you what. Well, no, I'll ask Mark to get it for me. I have a big box with them, so I can try to find my Romero.
Here, I'll find it. I got it. So Romero, I got the sprinkler. Oh, there it is. It's like Romero chamomile, right?
Yeah. No, that one.
Oh, okay. Romero, there's.
I'm trying to find it in the size so I can show it to you.
I'm not seeing. I see everything else but that one.
But that one. Okay, so let me just look at something and just make sure.
And then the other one's geranium.
Geranium.
What is geranium? Is that like a?
It will be a large bottle, and it's kind of pink.
There it is. I found that one.
Okay, good.
I have three out of all of them.
Okay, let me just make sure. Okay, you know what? I type it wrong because this one I translated, from my doctor that is in Mexico.
Oh, that's this one.
It's rosemary. Yes, you can see it. Sorry.
Come on here.
Okay, so now that you have those, it's
Uh-huh.
very important that we get, it's called a pipette, which
That
is like a
what?
squeezer, something like this.
The white one, right? The little white one?
Yes, and this is the thing, Matt. We
Okay.
do not want to contaminate the oils. So if
Okay.
you can see my plastic bag, I actually have this plastic bag with a little dot, and I don't know if it can be visible, where it has a name. So I only use this pipette for this oil. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I will not take this pipette from one bottle to the other bottle because then you contaminate the oil.
Gotcha.
That's what I kind of want us to do a few together instead of just kind of by yourself.
Okay. So keep the pipes separate, right?
Yes, and what I do, I always put them in a separate bag, and then
Okay.
I take these stickers, let me show you that you have, and I put a sticker not in the pipette, but in the plastic bag.
Correct.
And so right now you'll need 4 different pipettes.
Okay. You getting it?
And for you, it's kind of nice because they're all new for you. Mine are already used, so I kind of always have to find the right one.
I'm gonna have to. I think we should order a big bag of pipes then.
Yeah, doTERRA sells 50 on a pack for, I believe, $3, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get that, Matt, immediately.
I'll have to rob some more from these other boxes. Don't give me 3.
So Matt, in all the order that you got off Amazon, there should have been some of the oil squeegee things. I don't know what she's calling them, but there should have been some additional ones in the orders.
Yeah, there's only 3 in each box.
3 in each box, so that's like 9 of them, right? Dang.
So I robbed one from another one. So I got 4.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, now, Matt, I need you to find, and I don't know how yours looks like, but this is called a tool.
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect. So open your Melissa. That's the first one that we're going to start with.
Okay.
And there are different sizes. Just open it. Put it right in between the oil and the stopper. And lift it up. Be very careful so you don't spill yourself with it. Just so you know, Melissa is one of the most, if not the most expensive oil that doTERRA has.
Oh, thanks for telling me this. Now I'm nervous.
Exactly. I'm sorry.
Wow, why is this so expensive?
You know, you have Melissa, Rose, and frankincense, and helichrysum are the 4 most expensive oils because of their scientific properties for the nervous system, the mental system. Anyway, their health, the way that they help us with our health is so incredible. That's why they're so expensive.
Okay, so I got it open now.
Did you open it? Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Now, you only need 3 drops. So, do you have a roller bottle ready? So, hopefully you have one of these ready.
Okay, hold on real quick.
Did you say to show it to you?
So yeah, I just need 3 drops, right?
Yes. So, just take your pipette, squeeze in, and put 3 drops in it.
Okay, hold on real quick. Oh. Okay.
Okay. Now we need to, it's very imperative when you're doing mixes. I'm trying to give you a quick 10 minutes and this is usually like a 5-hour class, okay? I'm giving you the very important parts of it. It's very important that you always do a mix in the order that is given. Because, and I don't want to overwhelm, but there are 4 types of oils. Some are the enhancers, some are the most chemical stronger. So that's why when you're doing a mix, do not say, oh, I'm going to do rosemary now. You go in the order that is given. So the next one will be lime. You want to take 8 drops and put them in your roller. And remember, you have to have now different pipette. Do not adulterate the oil by moving the pipette from the Melissa to the lime. Otherwise, your lime is no longer a pure oil.
No worries. I'm still on the Melissa.
Oh, okay.
I'm slow. You gotta stay with me.
Okay, I will.
I'm trying to get the drop head. I'm doing 2 bottles.
Perfect.
So I did 3 drops in each bottle.
Perfect.
That was a total of 6 drops. Now I'm gonna put the squeeze thing into a baggie.
Perfect.
That's my Melissa baggie, so I'm gonna put a dot on it here.
Yes. And
What color a dot?
The Melissa color is usually white. And it's going to be on the essential oils on the first part. It's a white one.
This one has just this all one color dot.
Oh, does it? Okay. I got mine from that's okay. Just write Melissa on it then.
Yeah, I'll just use I have a marker.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just do it this one. Let me get my marker. Okay, so this bag will be Melissa.
Yes.
Now, what's this mix used for?
This one is going to be used for clinical depression, specifically when people have suicidal thoughts.
Okay, should I put the thing on? Can you hold on 1 second? My wife's calling. Let me just.
Yes.
Okay, hold on real quick. Are you there?
I'm here, yes.
Hello, I'm back.
Thank you.
All right, so we're on the lime, right? Oh, I had the wrong one.
Yes. So grab your lime.
Hold on, I messed up there.
Okay.
I caught it. I had the wrong one. All right, I messed up. Hold on.
Okay.
I grabbed lemon.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you catch it. That's great.
Now this squeezer is a lemon now. It's not.
Good for you.
We're going to have to put lemon on this one. So now this one is diluted. Hold on real quick. Okay, this one. Bummer. All right. Okay, let me grab the right one. I'm trying to put the lids on so I don't spill these.
Good for you. Yeah, that's perfect.
You scared me with the Melissa, so I made sure I put that back together.
Well, and that's just the little details that we learn as we're mixing.
I love it, Matt.
Is that a big, like how much is one of those little bottles?
Don't quote me on it, but I can look, but I believe it's over $100 for that little Melissa.
Wow, that's a powerful thing.
It is. And I'm telling you, all of them, frankincense, rose, helichrysum, and Melissa, are over 100. The frankincense is 69, but you sell it for $94. So I remember the retail prices all the time.
That's crazy.
It is.
This one I want 8 in each one, right?
8, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7.
Okay, Melissa, our cost is $115. It sells for $153.33.
4. I feel like this is a nuclear science project or something. I'm trying to get the drops right, but I think that was seemed like it was accurate. So, okay, let me get all this oil out of here. Don't want to waste it.
Okay.
So I'm done with the line. Now I'm moving on to.
Okay, no, now I need you to stop. Can you
Okay,
look at me for
stopping.
just 1 second, please?
Okay, I'm looking.
Okay, something very important with the mixes is that when you're mixing oils, I want you to think what happens when you put oil on water. Do you know that?
It gets a layer. It starts layering.
That is exactly what you just did. You just layer one oil on top of the other. So in order for this mix to work, you need to break it. And you do that by grabbing this and very softly tap it 10 to 20 times. And what you're doing is breaking the chemistry of the oils so they mix together. This is the reason why we don't change the order of the oils in a recipe. We always do them in the same order.
Okay, did that.
Okay, now that you have done that, make sure you do 10 or 20 times softly. Now we can move to the geranium, and we need 4 of those.
Okay, opening the bottle.
Okay.
New squeegee.
Good. You're a good student.
Way to go, Matt. Good job.
4 in each, right? 1.
Yes.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oops, I lost the drop on the counter, darn it.
Oh, geez.
What's this one for again, Granny?
This was for, the geranium. The geranium has acid. Anything that has a little bit of citric acid helps people to feel better. That is why lime and geranium, lime is the stronger acid, geranium is the smeller of the flower that helps them to start getting better feelings about life.
So I'm going to get high off all these, right?
I don't know. We'll see.
If it works, please let me know, Matt. Please let me know.
All right, cool. I can already smell them.
Can you? Okay.
Well, that one's a strong one, the Granny.
Okay, I needed to hear you say that. I'll tell you what. When you're doing mixes, your nose is the best tool that you will have. It will come to a time that you will start smelling and making sure that that blend is correct by the smell. It'll take a while for that. But once you're doing certain blends, you'll be able to be like, oh yeah, it is smelling like this roller that needs to be.
Wow, so it becomes the nose.
Yes. Brenda came to me one day with her doTERRA bag, and she's like, I lost the sticker on this. This is when she began, long time ago. And she says, can you smell it for me? And I said, oh yeah. And I remember it was on guard. And she's like, okay, I'll get to that point. Because it gets to a point that you can smell the oils by themselves and know what they are, but it will happen the same with the rollers and the blends.
Okay.
Okay, now make sure that you break the properties of the oil again, please.
Uh-oh. Okay.
About 10 to 20 times. Good job. Just soft enough. Again, we're breaking the chemistry of these oils.
Okay.
Now we want rosemary.
Okay.
And we want 5 drops.
Okay.
That rosemary just alone is James's very favorite. He uses it every night on his back and his feet.
And you know what rosemary does? Rosemary reduces your nervous tension. Like if you're very tense, it just helps you to calm down and also helps you if you're fatigued. So that's the purpose of the rosemary.
Okay.
Yeah,
All done.
Okay, now break it again, please.
Okay.
Now we need your coconut oil.
Ooh, let me go grab that. Hold on real quick.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
And then you want to get a pipette for it too.
I'm running out of pipettes here. Got one. Robbed all the pipettes from the box.
Okay.
Okay.
And with the pipette, right now you may be like 1/3 of your bottle. We want to take oil, but you don't want to fill it to the top. You want to fill it about how can I say this? Like 1/8 before the area where you screwed or where you put the roller bolt.
Oh, I'm going to put that much coconut oil in there? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll explain to you why.
So right at where the bottle changes, it goes up, right?
Can you see my bottle and I'll show you?
Yes.
So no right here. You see how this is the part where the roller? No right there at the top. You want to go a little bit below.
Like an inch below?
Yes.
Okay. This is a 10-ounce.
Yes. Should be about the same size than this.
Yeah, that is.
Perfect.
Do I need to shake the coconut oil?
You want to shake it just a little? Not really. Right now, what you want to do, and this is why you want to leave it like that. You want to put your roller ball, make sure they're metal. And let me
hold
tell.
on, I'm still filling coconut oil. So
okay. So let me explain.
I just put it in the funnel, right?
Yes.
So can I show you? Can you see me?
I can see you, yes.
Yeah, hold on. Let me flip my camera. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it. Oh, you're trying to try it. Let's see if it works.
So I'm going to put it in here, right?
Yes. I will use a pipette, to be honest with you, Matt.
Okay.
It'll be easier and you won't waste. I used to do it like that and I wasted a lot of oil.
Yeah, no, I'll learn from you if you.
Yeah. That's why I always buy, you want to have about 50 to 100 pipettes, 50 for sure.
Is this it feels like a religion, this.
My brother used to tell me, I feel like you're doing witchcraft with all these bottles.
Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like.
But he will always come and pick up something from me. Oh, can I have this? Can I have that? But always gave me a hard time.
Well, of course.
Okay, so I'll just tell you one sentence of the coconut oil. I don't want to give you too much information, but the coconut oil doesn't do anything is just carrying the other oils. What you did is that you took 20 drops of other oils that have a specific scientific properties to help a person that is dealing with suicidal thoughts. And the coconut oil just carries those oils to this person. When we do the aromatage, and maybe that's something, I don't know if you ever had Brenda gave you an aromatage, but maybe she could whenever she can. We use the coconut oil to carry the oil into the person's vertebrae. So that is the only reason why we're using the coconut oil, just to carry it. And that's what is called a carry oil or carrier oil.
Okay. All right, I have it up to the top there, so let me show you. So here it is.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Okay, now I want to break it again? Like,
No.
okay,
You want to take your roller ball,
okay.
put
All right,
it in and pressure. Make sure that you have the bottle on the counter before you put the pressure. If you try to do it in your hands, sometimes it comes and you will spill it all. So put it on the counter and then stand up or sitting down, put the pressure on the roller ball to avoid losing the oils.
Okay.
Now that it's all closed, you want to mix it again one last time.
Just hit it softly.
Softly 10 or 20 times.
Okay.
And now you want to take a sticker and just call it clinic CD if you want for clinical depression.
Can I just put CD?
Yeah.
Put CD. I guess I should have put that on there. CD.
Now, Matt, because doTERRA requires of us to be in compliance, that means we have to be in compliance with the Food and Drug Administration of the United States.
Okay.
We always need to know that what we just created, these blends, I mean, a lot of this information came from the site, from the from the internet. They were given by either doctors or therapists or people that are using it, but these are not intended to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And that is a statement that doTERRA asks us to always say when we are using these products, because that is just, they have to be in compliance by the Food Administration.
So we can't say it's going to cure your craziness or anything?
Correct. Now, I can send you a list of the proper terms that you can use in compliance. For instance, I'll give you an example. When I'm talking to somebody about peppermint, I tell them peppermint helps me with head tensions. That is being in compliance. If I'm talking with Brenda, I'll say, Brenda, this helps me with my headaches. But if I'm doing a presentation, I have to be in compliance by doTERRA guidelines that they ask us to be.
Okay. So basically I just say this will help you feel better, but it won't cure anything.
Correct. Now, we do have a lot of doctors that have it on their practices and are using it, and it's doing great, but they're combining it with medications. But we're trying to, with the Prime Meridian clinics, which now we have one in St. George. We are trying to make, when they go to a doctor, the doctor will diagnose their issue, and then he'll say, do you want to use oils? Do you want to use modern medicine, or do you want to use both? And that is how we're changing the world with the health issues, because we're trying to change how to protect your health and how to be better empowered to use products that don't give you side effects. But as for now, we have to always be on compliance.
You guys, I think that this Zoom meeting is almost going to close because it's only a 40-minute process. So we would have to, if it goes quiet or dark, just jump back on. Just log out and log back on.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. I'm just putting my coconut dipper into a bag.
Perfect.
I know.
Now, Matt, I just noticed something that I would like to mention if possible. It
Okay.
looks like you were using a funnel the whole time before putting the oils. Is that correct?
A what?
A funnel?
Yeah, I used the funnel for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do something. Let's don't do it again.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. When we
Because
use
the oils get stuck on the funnel.
you got it. You got it. That's the purpose of the pipettes. Can you see how I can just put my pipette in there?
Mm-hmm.
Because now I do not know the dilution percentage of the two recipes that we just did. We don't know how many drops went to the bottle and how many stay in the funnel.
Gotcha.
So you can just use without it if you want to trust me.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm just looking at the funnels. So then how do I, now that I have this, what's the application of CD? Do you just put it on your wrist or where's
Perfect.
it?
For that one is specific. So it depends on how we're going to use it. If you want to look at the screen for just 1 second, let me show you this. I hope you can see it. I'm trying to enlarge it so you can see it.
I can see it.
Okay, and I'm trying to move it up now. So it all depends how they're going to use it. If they're going to use it on a daily use, then they can use it, and I'll give you different places where they can use it: on the wrist, on their ear loop, in their feet, on their big toe, and but this is where these are the areas that are called the reflection points, okay, that we have in our system. I usually recommend people to just put them all around their feet, but then it runs out quite quickly by doing that. If not, then I try to look and see, okay, we're looking at maybe issues with the head or the heart, so I will put it in this area right here for the heart, and then I will put it in the actual heart too.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so that's that. So now we're going to move, and like I told Brenda, I got about 23. We'll just do a couple of those to give you an idea. This one is for ADHD and ADD.
Oh, cool. So I like the in tune.
Yes, and that's the other thing I wanted to go over with you, Matt. I have so much information, and I'm just trying to tell you as little as possible. There are a few things that will be good for you to know is that doTERRA has created some oils already to help you with certain mental health issues. It will be better to first use those. But when therapists are working with their patients, so I talked to two doctors today, Dr. Ray and Dr. Sylvia in Mexico. Dr. Ray is here in Utah, but he's from Colombia, from my country. But he has been a doctor in the United States for 30 years. And I talked to both of them, and they said, let's make sure that we're aware that we can create these blends, but this is not one blend solves it all. Your body and my body have different DNA. So, for instance, peppermint does wonders for my husband. I have to use past tense. I have my daughter that she uses lavender, peppermint, and frankincense. And then Emily Wright, who is the founder of doTERRA, uses yin tune for the same thing, head tension. So that's why a therapist will have different blends, and depending on the different symptoms that the person is presenting, they will know which blend will work best. Right now, we're creating different blends that we can say this blend is for clinical depression, this is for ADHD, and so forth. But it all depends on the makeup, the DNA, and the chemistry of every person. And that is why, let me show you my screen. I have, like whenever we start talking about PTSD, it depends. Is it emotional? Is it physical? Is it fearful? Is it panic? So there are many blends because this is the beauty of the oils. We can use them depending of what we're having. So we are creating some blends right now, but let's be aware that it all depends also on the chemistry of the person and their DNA. So those doTERRA has one for ADHD, Intune, you're right on it. These are two other blends that you can create in case that Intune is not working for them.
You're what, Daddy? Oh, the doggy. Oh, you were at Patsy's. Okay, so the blends, it just depends on the body makeup and how they absorb it, right?
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense. So
I would like to say something here too, Matt and Fadwa. I have found that when I share with people, and Matt, you know well with Stacy, the body knows what it likes. Like with James, I've had him try other stuff, and his body, he goes back to rosemary. So for Stacy, she likes the earthy things like vetiver. She likes the clary sage. She likes the clary calm. She likes melaleuca. Those are her oils. But when she smells them, she feels something. So I always, when I'm selling to somebody and they're smelling, I always have them smell, because I truly believe your body responds to certain oils.
yeah, that makes sense.
And that has been scientifically proved. And that's why when you told me it smells, there's only one connection between our nose and our brain, and that's the power of aromatherapy. Because when you smell, your brain reacts. When I wanted my husband to use oils for his anxiety, he didn't believe them. But I gave him one called Peace that you have in this package, the emotional. And when I asked him to put 2 drops and smell it, after 5 times that he inhaled and exhaled, he turned to me and said, wow, something is happening in my brain. So immediately worked for him. That's why the smell is so important. It's important for a patient to smell them because their brain will tell them what they need. Our body can tell what we need.
So Peace is the one he liked?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Peace is the one he did?
Yes.
Peace.
And he loves it. In his office, we have a diffuser with Peace because he has so many, he calls them fires. He has so many problems. Every employee comes with a problem. And that just kind of calms him down. It just kind of helps him. But it was immediate, Matt. I mean, that's how I convinced my husband to do doTERRA.
What's the HD clear?
Okay, HD Clear is good for your skin. If you have problems with, here, I'm going to show you being compliant and no. If you have problems with acne, you use HD Clear, but that's not what you should say. If you have problem with abruptions in your skin, you can use HD Clear. I think someone is laughing out there, but anyway, my son who is on a mission loves HD Clear. It comes in, it's a whole package. It has the oil, it has a facial soap, and it has a lotion. And that's how he's been controlling his skin abruptions.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, do we want to make another blend?
I don't have enough squeezers because they only come with 4, so.
Oh, okay. So let's do this. what about if we go over your packet that you received? I usually like to meet with my people and go over what they receive. If you have any questions or anything that you're trying to figure out what it is, if you want, we can go through the whole thing just so you understand what you have.
I went through it all. I got on and looked at a lot of it. Like I guess I didn't realize you guys did. You're trying to do other little products, like there's shampoo with the hair. It was kind of interesting. Did they try to get into those other areas? Because it's
Well,
not true weight
what
loss.
happens is that the people that uses natural products usually want to be completely green, meaning that they want to use products that are good for them because we don't want chemicals in our body. What is making people sick is a lot of the chemicals that not only we put in our body, we eat because our food is cultivated with pesticides and synthetics, and also everything that we're using for medication. For that reason, we as distributors are always asking doTERRA for different products. I use everything that is doTERRA. I use facial products, hair products, vitamins, and like for depression, I have another recipe that my sister uses. She has depression. It's not as clinical depression as it was my brother's, but it's also a depression. And she was under a lot of medication, and I gave her a recipe that was given by an ER doctor who is one of our boards in doTERRA to his wife. And ever since then, my sister has been able to decrease the medication and only use the vitamins and the recipe. The vitamins that doTERRA have are very important foundation for mental health and emotional health. So all these rollers that we're doing are great, but if we really want to increase the usage and the effectiveness, we need to combine them or marriage them with the vitamins, which are the LLV. So doTERRA has all these products, line for beauty, line for, like I do, my clothes are washed in detergents that are on guard, which is doTERRA. My dishes are washed with doTERRA soap. Our hands, our toothpaste, we do everything doTERRA in our house because we're trying to be less toxicated with what we're putting into our bodies. That is why doTERRA went into all the other lines, that because distributors have been asking for it.
How recent was that when they did that?
It's been slowly in the past 10 years, but their core, their heart, or their company is the oils. Everything else supplements the oils. It's not their core. So every year when we go to convention, which I will really hope you can make it to here, they will introduce something. Last year they introduced mouthwash and deodorant. So every year they try to add a product to their lines. So it's something that they do every single year. So they have slowly introduced them to the past 10 years.
That's a lot of stuff. I was using this here.
Yes. Did you like it?
Yeah, I've been using it in the mornings. And
Are
then
you? Tell me how are you using it? Let me know how you're doing it.
I put it with my shake.
Okay.
So I put it in there, and then that one there's. I haven't tried that yet, but that's the your trim.
Yes. And I love my Trim and Sassy because that's what I use every morning. I take 2 scoops of it with my milk, and I use either a banana and a strawberry and 2 drops of a Slim and Sassy. And it's really good for weight maintenance and weight control. In fact, at the beginning of every year, doTERRA does a competition of the greatest loser. Whoever loses the most weight using the weight management program that doTERRA has wins. Like last year, it was like a trip to Hawaii. And it's a very good weight management program.
When's it start again?
It starts every January. They announce it around December, and it starts on January.
Okay,
And
'cause
every year is a different promotion. Matt, we have so many promotions. We have, like, if you become the how can I say it? The one that enrolls the most amount of people in a certain amount of time, you get trips to Cancun.
Oh,
I mean, there's a lot of promotions and incentives that doTERRA does for their distributors.
oh wow. Okay.
So
So, so they, but they're doing that. What's the one for this year?
the one that
The
was for
challenge?
this year for weight management was the Hawaii. We are going to start a new one in July. Right now, the one that they're doing is the Prime Meridian. And that's one of the items that Daniel had spoken with me that I wanted to go over. If you become one of the first, the top 200 most enrollers in the country, you will receive a stock in the Meridian Prime Health program that doTERRA has. And it guarantees a certain amount of money on a monthly basis. I have the information, I can send you all of that. But that is what's going on right now. It started in March and ends in February. And that's the biggest incentive that they have going right now.
So this one is.
So
this
Fadwa,
one here-
is that wholesalers or LLV?
The top enrollers, for wholesaler distributors.
Gotcha. So the lifelong vitamin or value pack, that's a vitamin pack, right?
Yes, that is a vitamin pack. It's one of the great vitamin packs that doctors are now saying is the best vitamin system that we have in the United States. It will help you with your nervous system, cardiovascular, your bones, your emotions, your sleep. It has minerals. It has acid folics. It has essential oils, of course. It's an incredible product that has the only product in doTERRA that has a 100% guarantee. If you use it as prescribed for 30 days and you do not see a change, you can take the bottles, put them on a box, and return them to doTERRA, and they will refund you your money back. Because once you use it, you'll see it. But you have to use it in the way that they tell you it has to be used, which is 2 of each, morning, afternoon, and dinner. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 2 of each. I do it. It's great. It really helps you. And I have information for everything that gets more details of what it does. But it's the vitamin program that doTERRA has. That LLV will be absolutely important for anyone that has depression. Like I told you with my sister, she's now off her meds and only doing it, but she didn't just go cold turkey. This was 3 years ago. She was on her meds and she started the LLVs with another recipe, not the one that I gave you, a different recipe. And she just ate until little by little she got off the meds and she's only doing the doTERRA recipe for her depression. And she's pretty, I want not clinical, but quite big depression that she has.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It is. It is.
Well, this is good. It's a good start. So I'm gonna if you can send me that over, that way I'll order some more drop things. Because I think what I was just trying to do is if we can get a few mixes that we just kind of do to start out, like maybe for ADD or ADHD, and then the clinic, like depression or anxiety. Just like maybe come up with a few, then see which ones. And we can.
You know what, Matt, too? Matt, you have those that have like the in tune. If he has one like that, Padua, what would a dilution be that he could go ahead and make it available for clientele at a lesser rate instead of just doing a whole bottle? Is it half to half, or is it 5 drops per 10 milliliters? How does that work?
Okay, so let me show you this chart that I showed you at the beginning, because it all depends to who are we going to use it for, okay? If we're going to use it, and let me just go there. So if we're good, I'm assuming we're not talking with children, we're doing more like 12 and older. Is that what we have?
Go try it.
You're gonna probably have a mixture, children and adults.
So here is the general guidelines between 6 and 11 years, 12 and 17, 18 and older. And here is depending on the size of the roller, if it's 5, 10, or 30th. And depending, these are general guidelines when we're using them when needed. If you're using it every day, the dilution is 2 to 5%. So there's a specific dilution. I will suggest, Matt, for you to buy this book called Modern Essentials. In this book, but I can help you with all this. That's what I'm here for. It gives you the chart of the different oils, and it also explains to you the different types of mixes that you can do. But to answer Brenda's question, I will not use the ones that are already blended with doTERRA. You gotta leave them blended. So the rollers, something that you need to know as a rule of thumb, an oil like here is 100% pure. An oil in a roller, it has been blended. doTERRA has already blended. So what I will do, if I were you, I will take the emotional oils, which are the ones that you can take, for instance, passion. And this is a joke one, but this is one of the favorite ones for men because they use it for their wives. It works for passion, just like the word says, okay? So,
hey guys, I gotta jump off. I'm so sorry. I gotta go pick the girls up.
That's okay. Just don't disconnect us.
Okay.
Okay. So you will use, I will take one of this in a roller and use like 5 to 6 drops of it and the rest with coconut oil. And that is how you can start making it a little bit more available to your public. Because again, the coconut does not change the properties of the oil. It only carries the oil farther. So if that's something that you can start doing it, but don't do it with the ones that are already blended.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Well, let's do this. If I can pick up a little bit later, my boy got home and I've been gone all day.
Sounds great.
But I think we got a good start, so I can kind of start knowing what we need to do and what I need, and then we can kind of go from there.
Perfect. And I just went over the main details so that you can now start mixing on your own. But let me know how I can help, okay?
Yeah.
And Matt, whenever you and Daniel can tell me when you may be in Utah, so we can try to schedule those meetings with Dr. Hill. We are ready whenever you are, but I need to give them different options because he travels a lot around the world.
Okay, perfect. I'll talk to Dan and then we can get something.
Will do. Thanks, Matt.
Okay, thank you. Good
Thank
to see
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Daddy.